the panel speakers talking about Medicare Advantage versus Medicare Supplement, which one's better. And the providers were on the supplement side, and the agent and Advantage were on the Advantage side, and everyone had their own point of view, and it was fun. And then just listening to different things coming up in the industry, and it was interesting to but it was like everything was a panel, so there's like 3 people up in the front and 1,000 people in the room, and it was just listening to them talk about their opinions and stuff. So I mean, it was more like lecture. I don't know. I got hit with so much stuff. It was just like, how do you take all this in and
exactly
retain?
So no interaction really.
No interaction with the speakers. They were all like bigwigs, high end. There was a couple agents that worked their stuff up, that were not CEOs and stuff, and that was nice. And there was insurance carriers talking about their products, so that was good. I spent some time in the expo though, so the expo was pretty exciting. They didn't have the cool trinkets like I thought they would. Archwell had phone chargers, and then that disappeared. But there was I ran into a company that's like Spark but has ACA and dental vision hearing ancillary benefits built in. So we're going to circle back with that. They really want the Medicare side, but I said I'd never switch that. So, and their platform was close to Spark, but not like, it was kind of clunky, but it had the setup for the ACA, which was nice because you fill in the client's information like Spark, and then you send them 3 quotes, and then they sign off on the authorizations through CMS. So that's taken care of. And then they basically pick the plan that they want, and you just submit it for them and you get paid. So, I mean, that looks pretty interesting. Plus the platform for the dental vision hearing and some final expense. So we'll have a meeting with them. And then there was a lot of AI. Everybody had an AI system that did, everything you needed, which was kind of cool. It was just, I don't know. It was like a huge party most of the time. So I don't know. It was good. It was a good event. I think everyone should experience it at least once. But was it? I don't know. Was it worth it? I don't know. I mean, to each his own.
It was free though, right? For you.
Right. Well, yes. Spark gave me the ticket. The hotel wasn't, and the flight.
Oh, right.
Right. But in the food wasn't. So they had like bagels for breakfast, and one line on each side for 4,000 people. So by the time you got breakfast, there was nothing left. So it's just like, and then lunch was pretty close to the same. But it was, it was a good experience being around that many agents. Like, oh my gosh, so many Medicare agents, and a lot of agency principals. So, heard about things that I never would have imagined in a million years. Companies with rooms stacked full of agents, LOA agents just sitting on the phones calling people all day. We sat down, me and Michael sat down at lunch one day, and there was a guy sitting there from Medicare. So we started talking. He's like, oh yeah, I run a call center. He's like, yeah, it's 100 people in a 5,000 square foot building. They each average about 10 to 15 a week, right? So he's like we pay him $20 an hour plus a $50 bonus, plus another $30 if the client stays on for at least 3 months bonus, and then another was that 80, another 20 if they make it the year. By the end of if they make it the whole year, then we give them another $20 bonus based on their retention rates. So, but they have to hit 11 enrollments a week to get the bonus, and then they have to hit a percentage every time, so they got to stay with them. And it's just like 11 to 15 a week per person. You got 100 people in there. Like, is there even that much business? Oh my goodness. And they said, and they're just busy, and they're opening up another location. I'm like,
luckily there's still for all of us.
Right. Yeah, I know. That's amazing. There's still enough. They do a lot of marketing, but they take live transfers, right? So they work with those companies that give the live transfers, and they're okay with that. And the guy's like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that because it's not us doing the calling. I'm like, okay, yeah. I know if you sleep okay at night, then that's why not.
Are they the ones that are telling people that they may qualify for the food benefit, and then they get them on the line, and then they switch them over to a broker? Because that's what they're doing, probably.
Yeah, that they work with those companies. He didn't specifically say they were that company, but he's like, we work with live transfers, and when it calls us, it's a call-in. So we're really clear. And I'm like, so you're on the other end of the line when I get those calls. I'm like, that's your team.